gather round, for I will tell you the prophecy of the ultimate showdown, and how the entity known as Fortnite will one day fulfill it. Sorry about that. No clue what that was about. Anyway, as I'm sure most of you know, Fortnite has become an amalgamation of popular culture, as it assimilates more and more IPs. Eventually, I do genuinely think that Fortnite will just become like President Business from the Lego movie.
President Business is gonna end the world? But he's such a good guy. In Octan, they make good stuff. Music, dairy products, coffee, TV shows, surveillance systems, all history books, voting machines. Wait a minute.
Don't say I didn't warn you when Epic Games takes over the world because we gave them all our money in exchange for V-Bucks. It's crazy to see how many crossovers Fortnite has had over the last 8 years, and it looks like it's not slowing down whatsoever, as the latest season just added the Power Rangers and Gorillas, so I can't wait for them to add me in 10 years time. However, the addition of Power Rangers did send a sharp pain in my brain, and no, it was not an aneurysm. It was instead a memory of an old Flash animation I saw as a kid. If you were young during the mid to late 2000s, I'm sure you stumbled onto Newgrounds, a platform when people could upload their games, artworks, animations, whatever they wanted. And on this very website, on December 22nd, 2005, Lemon Demon would forever change the course of humanity as we knew it, due to the publication of the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. If you're either too young or too old to know of it, basically, a bunch of characters from real life or fiction fight to the death, and due to how many crossovers Fortnite has had, there has been a huge overlap to the point where it seems even more feasible than ever that the Ultimate Showdown could be one day recreated in Fortnite. That is, until you see that the Ultimate Showdown has Mussolini, and that is has any hope of that happening. However, it begs the question, how close are we to recreating the Ultimate Showdown in Fortnite? So let's get into it. I'll use the animation as a basis for the characters that overlap, as there's more to dissect there, so they don't have to be directly mentioned in the song for me to include them, but as long as they're in the video, that's how I'll be looking at. And before we get into it, please like and subscribe, as I genuinely got a headache about making this. This is such a pain to make.
With the venom and eliminate him. Other words, I'm intimate him. I don't want to hurt him, but
Fun fact, the second word of the song is Godzilla, and we're off to a strong start as Godzilla was added in Fortnite back in Chapter 6 Season 1. Well, this is a new one from the Monsterverse, just King Kong and stuff, which didn't exist back in 2005, but Godzilla has had so many iterations, we just have to count it.
I'm Batman, I'm awesome.
Yes, Batman is in Fortnite. Now we do actually have 6 Batman skins, but considering 3 iterations, one is the Batman Who Laughs, and another one is literally Christian Bale. This one is probably the one from the comics due to him having the yellow thing on his costume, so we're gonna count him as the Batman comic book outfit added in Chapter 1 Season 10, or X if you wanna be cool. Even if it's the new 52 version, we take what we can get.
Shaquale O'Neal.
You'd be surprised, but Shaq actually is in Fortnite, multiple times actually. Shaq has 2 different skins, both added in Chapter 5 Season 4. Shaq is a real person, probably, I've never seen him in real life. Either way, no confusion on what iteration he is. He cannot perform Shaq Fu, however. I have genuinely never heard of this guy outside of the Ultimate Showdown, but turns out he sang the I Want Candy song that they used in the fucking Hot movie, where a Skitzer James Marsden teams up with the Easter Bunny to kill a chicken. No, I'm not joking, that is the plot of the movie. No, Aaron Carter is not in Fortnite, but the addition of Fortnite Festival, it's not out of the question.
Picture my booty up in 3D.
He's only shown in the music video, but we see Robin waiting for Batman in the Batcave, and Tim Drake's Robin was added to Fortnite in Chapter 6 Season 3. Now, while we don't know which Robin is in the video, I have reason to believe it is Tim Drake, due to Robin seemingly waiting like a maiden for Batman half naked, seemingly to engage in coitus. And Tim Drake is the only Robin to have officially come out as bisexual. Boom, it all adds up, I'm right.
where is Omni-Man?
Yes and no. We don't have an Abraham Lincoln skin in Fortnite, but added during the OG season was Invincible. And if you bought Omni-Man, you would get Immortal's head as a back bling. If you don't know who that is, in the Invincible lore, he was canonically the 16th US president, Abe Link. So I'm counting it until Epic Games is scared to add the best vampire hunter to the game.
I want you to give it up for Robo Bitch.
Fortnite is on a generational run, as back in Chapter 4 Season 3, Optimus Prime was added to the game. Now this may be the Michael Bay version, but the leader of the Autobots, he is still regardless. It's a shame we never got Transformer 1 skin, but the team behind marketing of that movie deserves to be gunned down by terrorists, but that is a rant for another day.
Good guys, bad guys, and explosions.
Now we see 2 random characters appear when the
Good guys, bad guys, and explosions.
is mentioned, but I don't exactly know who they are, and I can't find much talk about it. But the good guy does look like Steve Irwin, and the bad guy looks like a stereotypical villain who would twirl his mustache, but does remind me of Dick Dastardly, neither of which in Fortnite. So, yeah. Many explosions though.
What the dog doing?
Mentioned, but he did not join the fight. He is also not in Fortnite.
What's up, my nigga?
Unfortunately, Jackie Chan is not in Fortnite, but I was so close to being able to include him, as Jackie Chan voices Master Wu in the Lego Ninjago movie, which has collaborated with Fortnite, and we ever get to see Lloyd in the game, but no Master Wu, which is a shame. And by the way, go check out Master Wu playing It's a Hard Knock Life. Trust me, it's my favorite song of all time.
Why don't I play you a song? Perhaps it will speak to you.
Thanks, Uncle Will.
In my room, I beat my cup, nutted in my sock.
Yes! In fact, Harrison Ford has two different skins, as he also has Han Solo. Indiana Jones was added back in Chapter 3, Season 3, and no complications here. It is him.
Police steady watching me. Every day they clocking me.
Honestly, kinda close, considering Cuddle Team Leader is definitely inspired by one, but nothing official, so no, there is no K-Bear in Fortnite. This is the ultimate showdown. This is gonna be a quick speed run of everyone that shows up during the chorus, as it's a big fight. So let's do this. Samuel Jackson, yes. Nick Fury in Chapter 2, Season 8. Mario, no. Sonic, no. Eric Bormer, no. Richard Lotex Kanaka, no. Santa Claus, yes. I'm counting Richard Sergeant in Chapter 1, Season 7. Goku, yes. In Chapter 3, Season 3. R2D2, yes. Chapter 3, Season 4. CPO, yes. Chapter 5, Season 2. Tobias Funke, no. So guys fighting, I don't know. Probably not in Fortnite. And by the way, the Jawas are in Fortnite, but only the blasters, not the actual skin. So I don't know if that counts, but I will not be counting it. And that is all for the chorus. And I wish that was the worst of it, but it gets even worse. No, not yet, but considering how huge of a meme he was, I don't know. I think he's still funny, but what do I know? The fact that Chuck Norris is still alive at the ripe old age of 85, I still have hope that he'll be added one day, but...
Something's in my ass!
Now, we do have Batman, but there's no Bruce Wayne skin or style, which is a shame since Superman has a Clark Kent style, which is like, come on. The Bruce in the animation seems to be pretty emo though, which reminds me of Robert Pattinson's version. So that could be added when the Batman 2 comes out in 300 years or so. Oh god. Oh god, it's this part.
You shall not pass!
No, Gandalf is not in Fortnite, but considering that Ian McKellen said Gandalf will be in the hunt for Golem, it's not out of the realm of possibility for that to happen then.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch?
'Tis but a scratch. But no, we do have a Black Knight skin, but it is not Monty Python and the Holy Grails, as is explicitly mentioned by Lemon Demon in the song. What? No. Of course Mussolini is in Fortnite. Yet. I don't expect him to be added, but a season with tutorial figures like Julius Caesar and Genghis Khan would be so damn cool, but considering the atrocities committed and the sensitivity behind it, it'll be a huge surprise if they go through with it. The only way I can see it happening is if they do the same thing as Martin Luther King, where they have an exhibition and he's included. Obviously, Mussolini would be depicted in a very, very different way than MLK, at least I hope. I pray they build a McDonald's on top of you every time you die while you wear a skin.
We all want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but which one could turn you into Squirtle?
I genuinely don't think that this is impossible. The Chief Blue Meanies are the main villain from the Beatles movie Yellow Submarine, and with how huge the Beatles are, not to mention the 4 biopics that will release eventually, Fortnite would be missing out on a lot of money by not having the Beatles as festival skins. I know I would love that as a huge Beatles fan myself. I can definitely see a Chief Blue Meanie being added as a backbling, emote, or spray or something as a reference, but for now, no, they're not in Fortnite.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch?
No, not in Fortnite, but he is played by Lawrence Fishburne, so it's possible that they add Morpheus one day due to them already having collaborated with The Matrix once, which, you know, is basically Cowboy Curtis by proxy.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
Another one from Pee-wee's Playhouse, which is annoying as that IP has been dead for a while, except for that one Netflix movie. Either way, I doubt we'll see Gamby or his actor John Paragon unless they add Cedric from Seinfeld.
Holy Christ, there's nothing left.
First one that is a yes in a while, added in Chapter 3 Season 2, and its design is clearly the one from the 1987 movie, so at least it's not the disaster of 2014.
Hasta la vista, baby.
You know, it's nice to have ones that are actually in Fortnite again. Terminator, specifically being Arnold Schwarzenegger's T-800, it always feels like a quick time saying his name. He was added back in Chapter 4 Season 3.
Captain Kirk!
No, but Star Trek is so popular, it's surprised they haven't added it yet. I'm sure they'll do it whenever they eventually reboot the franchise again.
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill.
Yes, he is! He was added back in Chapter 3, Season 3. I mean, we even got an AI replica of his voice in Chapter 6, Mini Season 1, who was a bot you can speak to, which I'm not sure how ethical it is, but I did find cool. No, the main antagonist of the 1986 action comedy film Big Trouble in Little China, Lo Pan, or his alias Dave, is not in Fortnite. I haven't been mentioning it up to now, but there are genuinely so many actors that overlap with the Ultimate Showdown and Kung Fu Panda, where if they added Kung Fu Panda to Fortnite, we would have like 4 more actors we can say overlap. In case you're wondering, Lo Pan's actor James Hong voiced Podad's Mr. Ping. Yes! We even have 2 Superman skins. One classic that's straight out of the comics that was added in Chapter 2, Season 7, and a newer one that depicts David Cornsford's version from James Gunn's 2025 movie that was added in Chapter 6, Season 3. The newer Superman skin is interesting, as it even has a pen and ink style which is akin to the Kingdom Come suit, or in my opinion, closely matches Max, I'm gonna butcher this, Fleischer Superman, who we get to see in live action thanks to, I'm also gonna butcher this, Tyler Hoechlin in Superman and Lois. Sorry for the kind of rant there, but yeah, we're good for Superman. Go, go, Power Rangers! The skins that sparked this very video, and while we don't have every single Power Ranger since there's like a billion of them, we do have their most common iteration, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, added in Chapter 6, Season 4, which is just the newest one as of recording this. I personally grew up as a Power Ranger Samurai, so hopefully they get added as a skin, but anything but the 2017 version.
No way. Yes way, Ted!
Unfortunately, Bill and Ted are not in Fortnite, and it seems the window has passed as they were not added when Bill and Ted Face the Music came out in 2020. However, with the stingy nerd I am, Keanu Reeves has his John Wick skin, and while Alex Winter doesn't have a Fortnite skin, he plays a Smurf in the 2025 Smurfs movie, and I am willing to bet my left testicle, not my right one, that Smurfs will one day be added to Fortnite.
That is an outstandingly stupid idea.
Same as Captain Kirk. There's no Star Trek in Fortnite, except the Vulcan salute, which is crazy that they have that and nothing else. In my opinion, Star Trek is so iconic that it's only a matter of time.
The Rock is cooking!
Somehow, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in Fortnite, and he's genuinely a massive player in the lore somehow. The Rock is revealed to be the Foundation in the Chapter 2 finale in-game event, where he just shows up and saves the day. I cannot understate how insane this reveal was back in the day. I remember playing this live event with my friends, and I was losing my shit when The Rock uncovers his max and does the fucking stare he does all the time. The importance of the Foundation and the 7 was integral to the Fortnite lore back in the day, so I hope you, the viewer, yes you, appreciate what a lore drop this is. He was added soon after to the Battle Pass in Chapter 3, Season 1.
If I were a rich man, yeah, I get it.
No Dr. Octopus, but we have other Spider-Man villains like Venom, Carnage, and Green Goblin, so probably only a matter of time considering how big Doc Ock is. Also, I find it crazy how they add Carnage to the game before Spider-Man. That was just wild to see. Not in Fortnite and not in real life, as he recently died. He was pretty racist apparently, so I doubt they'll add him, but Fortnite has had multiple WWE collabs like with John Cena and The Undertakers. This one's definitely a bit iffy though. Emergency broadcast. While rewatching the music video for the Ultimate Showdown, I saw lying on the ground close to the very end none other than Pac-Man, who is indeed in Fortnite at the back bling. He was added back in Chapter 3, Season 2, and this is a really close call. I almost finished this. I was wrapping up editing, a minute left, and I saw this. Could have been rough, but thankfully I caught it.
It's so beautiful that. Damn! Look at my fucking forehead! Fuck!
Last but not least, the victor of the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destinies, Mr. Rogers. And no, he is not in Fortnite, but I'm sure his spirit lives on in every kid and adult who touches the game. Whew! That was a doozy. Probably my longest video by a bit. In case you were wondering, I said Fortnite a total of 38 times in this video. But before we wrap it all up, here's a short collage of every overlap.
Godzilla, Batman, Shaq, Abraham Lincoln, Optimus Prime, Indiana Jones, Robocop, Terminator, Darth Vader, Superman, every single Power Ranger, The Rock.
If you guys liked the video, please let me know by subscribing and hitting that like button, like a famous actor hitting on a minor. And comment down below what I should do next, as I am rapidly running out of ideas. See ya!